bonjour tout le monde.
That was freaking sick.
I'm actually here right now. Time for the stadium fact of the day.
Time for best of the ballpark.
This place is insane. It's a final here from the Target Center.
I'm checking off a bucket list one stadium at a time.
Hey guys, welcome back to Garrett Stadium Travel. Today is stadium vlog number 37. Right now I'm in beautiful Palm Desert, California. Just finished up a couple of restful days of post-Christmas holidays, making the road trip back up to Canada before heading back to university for a final semester. But there are a couple stops along the way. The first of which is tonight. I will be in San Jose, California, watching the San Jose Sharks take on the Tampa Bay Lightning at SAP Center. It's quite a long drive from Southern California up to the Bay Area, about 7 or 8 hours, depending on traffic, obviously. But the day's starting early. I'm going to take you guys along with me and show you my game day experience at the SAP Center. Let's go. Hey guys, I'm up here in the 300 level of SAP Center and it's time for the stadium fact of the day. The stadium fact of the day today is all about the Shark Head. In my opinion, some of the best intros in hockey involve some kind of prop. The Predators, the Golden Knights, and the Stars all have props which are used to add spectacle as the players take the ice. This tradition all started here in the Bay Area with the San Jose Sharks back in 1991. Originally a Hollywood movie prop, the Sharks brought it in for $25,000 ahead of their inaugural season. It was the brainchild of Sharks employee Matt Levin to create a pumped up atmosphere before each game. The Shark Head is a whopping 30 feet tall and weighs 2 tons. The prop was a first of its kind in the NHL and pioneered an idea of going all out before the players take the ice. I'm excited to see the Shark Head in action tonight before the game. I'll link to a really interesting video by Brodie, who does a bunch of media stuff here in the Bay Area that goes into so much more detail than I can here. For now, gonna grab some food, explore a bit more, and then hopefully enjoy a great game. Let's go.
Starting on the bench, number 37, Celebrini. And number 38, Mario. And starting in goal tonight for your Sharks, number 30, Yaroslav Askarov. Tonight's game from your Sharks, number 38, Mario.
It's a final here from SAP Center. The Sharks ended up taking this one 2-1. It was a thrilling game, came down to the wire. The Sharks these days not getting a lot of wins, so I think this fan base really needed that one against a good team in the Tampa Bay Lightning. Got some more road tripping to do tonight, but when I get a second here in these next couple days, I'm going to tell you guys what I saw from SAP Center. Hey guys, it is the next day. I'm here in Sacramento, California. I was way too tired last night to do the post-game rundown, a 7-hour drive and a 7:30 start in San Jose. meant that I was extremely tired, but I'm here now the next day, and I'm telling you guys what I saw from the SAP Center. First up is atmosphere. I thought the atmosphere at the SAP Center punched way above its weight. When you think about the Sharks, they're a rebuilding team right now, trying to refine their identity after so much certainty through the 2010s. I thought the atmosphere was, just extremely surprised with how good it was. There were empty seats, but I think that the fans that did show up really did make up for the fans that weren't. Still a really good atmosphere. Fans were making their own chants. It was really pleasantly surprising. And I think the Sharks do a good job of involving the fans in the atmosphere, which is kind of weird to say. Maybe that doesn't make sense, but a lot of teams don't do a good job. And I'll give you an example, like the Shark Chomp that I showed you guys during the game, during power plays, and the shark head, which I thought was really cool, and the lights on the seats, and the mascot doing a really good job of always seeming to be somewhere in the bowl. I think a lot of mascots kind of disappear for a while during games, but not the Sharks mascot. So all those things put together, of course, there are going to be some demerits for having some empty seats, but I think considering the fact that the arena was maybe only at 60% full, 60, 70-ish, I thought the atmosphere was still really good and punched way above where I thought it was going to be for this game. Next up is venue. The SAP Center is an interesting arena built, I believe it was 1991. You can correct me if I'm wrong there, but I believe it was early 90s, let's say. And with that, it's a trend I see in some of these early 90s arenas is the concourses aren't great. There's a lot of like exposed, just, the backside of the seats and the steps up, stuff like that. And what I did find with SAP Center specifically is there was no color. It was pretty much all gray outside of a couple of murals and a couple of like on the lampposts, they have like the banners and stuff. But when you think about color, the Sharks are the only tenant of the SAP Center. I feel like they could do so much more with the teal and the great color scheme that the Sharks have, but for whatever reason, they're keeping it gray. And I don't know if that's a conscious decision or that's just kind of the way it happened. But I think some renovations and adding some color would do some good, I think, personally. But I think there are some things that the SAP Center does well. It is a bit of an aging arena. I think the seats were comfortable, the padded seats, that is. Some of the lower bowl seats were folding chairs, which is, I don't know if that's a configuration thing, but I would hate getting, paying a lot for seats right close to the ice and having to sit in a folding chair for a full game. I wouldn't enjoy that. So some of those things brought it down as well. But definitely the color thing. I think there's so much that the Sharks could do with their great color scheme, and it's kind of a wasted opportunity right now. Next up is access. Access to this arena, being that it's in San Jose, is actually really good. San Jose has their own light rail system, I believe, or kind of that part of the Bay Area does. So that's good if you're staying in that area, you have options. And then the Caltrain has a stop like right walking distance from the arena. So if you are staying in downtown San Francisco, or other places in kind of along that Bay Area stretch, you can get to and from the arena pretty easily. Obviously road tripped it, so I drove in, and there were a bunch of parking spots. The arena wasn't too difficult to find, so access was definitely the best component of this arena. And finally, we have pricing. I thought pricing was pretty good. You can, obviously, with a rebuilding team, I'd be interested to see what prices were when the Sharks were contenders and what prices are going to be when they're contenders again. But you can see a Sharks game for $30. I think the parking was more than the cheapest ticket was, which is, I always find that pretty funny. But my seats for this game, lower bowl, 14 rows from the ice, I believe $77 American, which is great because usually at NHL games, it's pretty tough to sit in the lower bowl and not pay close to, if not over, $100. So I thought that was pretty good. So that's all I got for the SAP Center, the final ranking. is a 7 for atmosphere, a 4 for venue, an 8 for access, and a 7 for pricing, bringing it to a total of 26 out of 40. Now, 26 isn't the greatest rating in the world. I think the venue really brought it down, it's usually the other way around. But I think the SAP Center showing its age a little bit, and it just needs some more color. And I think it would be a great game day experience. And I think when this team gets back to contention, that atmosphere score is going to be up 9 or 10 when you get a full barn of fans as rabid as the ones that were at the game last night. So yeah, that's all I got. This has been Stadium Vlog number 37. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to drop a like. And if you like this kind of content, sports content, stadium content, make sure to subscribe, because I'm on the journey to seeing all 124 pro major sports teams see a game at their home stadium. For now, I got a Kings game to go to right now, so I'm going to go do that, have some fun. But as always, I'm checking off a bucket list, one stadium at a time, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.